So today we'll check out a different section of the Mountains to Sea Trail, a little bit further north than what we usually hike. I can hear the raindrops hitting the leaves above me, so I'm gonna get wet, but that's okay. It's going to be a rainy week this week, so there's not really a better day to do this. The mountain laurels are losing their flowers now here, so they are almost done blooming. If we look into the canopy there, we still see a good number of blooms, but they're starting to drop. Evidence of tulip trees blooming above us. Found one more Jack in the Pulpit in bloom here. Here we've got something in bloom we haven't seen before. Those purple flowers. I believe that might be a water leaf. We've got some more of that here. Lots of black cohosh coming up in this area. We've got maidenhair fern here along this trail. Lots of old hickory shells on the trail here, telling us that there's hickories in the canopy. Now here we have something we haven't seen on the other trails before. That's American alum root. It's making flowers here. And then it has these nice showy basal leaves. It looks like we've got some world loosestrife coming up here, and it's starting to make flower buds. So they're not quite blooming yet, but shouldn't be too much longer. Now here's another plant that makes whorled leaves, 4 in a ring, and it's blooming right now. If you look at these flowers, if you know what milkweed looks like, this is most definitely a milkweed. So this is actually called the 4-leaf milkweed. Here's another one. You can see the 4 leaves in a ring, and then the flower is slightly drooping because of the rain now. So they get wet and heavy. Found a clintonia here, probably the speckled wood lily. But this one is already done blooming for the year. It has lost its petals. Evidence of spring bloomers. This seems to be a good trail for dwarf iris. The Indian cucumber root is still blooming here. We've still got a lot of these summer bluets in bloom. The fire pinks are blooming along the trail here. Yeah, they're easy to see due to their red color. The dewberries are starting to bloom here. Here we've got some woodland stonecrop among the mosses. Lots of tiny mushrooms coming up in this wet weather. So this area here is just covered in them. All those little white blobs you see on the ground there, those are tiny mushrooms, they're not flowers. Yeah, this is mushroom weather, warm and wet. So they're popping up everywhere. Now we've seen these before. Again, not a mushroom, but these are the flowers of a parasitic plant. So this used to be called squaw root. I think it now goes by cancer root or bear corn. The haircap moss has had an orgy out here. Lots of these sporophytes coming up now. You can see how they're all capped with a little hairy cap. The botanical name for that is a calyptra.